Hi, love bugs. I'm gonna wait for y'all to get in here. Don't forget to say hi in the chat. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. No makeup today. I think I'm gonna do like makeup free Fridays or something like that. I don't know. But I'm giving my face a break from makeup. And I already got on my pajamas because I already took a shower and moisturize and all that good stuff. And I'm about to put on my little cute little under eye patches. About to put on my cute little under eye patches if I can talk. If I can say the right thing. But yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget you can use code Queen15 over at Glow Melanin for you to get some money off of your skincare. Can use the code AFF-Queen for some money off of some self-pleasure toys over at Womanizer. You can follow the spiritual channel. I'm definitely going to post on the spiritual channel next week. I promise. I promise. I'm going to do once every 2 weeks over there. I am. It's just easier because I'm trying to be consistent over here. And it's a lot. It's a lot trying to be consistent between both of the channels, especially because I have more people over here. Also, from the last live stream, thanks to everyone in the chat and in the comments section for letting me know that I can sharpen my lip liner. So can we just do that really quick? Oh, it sounds like it's sharpening clean. Oh my God, it really does sharpen. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It really is sharpening. It's sharpened. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so anyway, now that I got that out of my system, because I was legit waiting all day to do that in front of you guys, because I didn't know that it could sharpen. I never seen one that color that could sharpen. So anyway, let me get on subject. All right, so today, talking about why men fear women who don't need them. Okay, the reason why I want to talk about this is because when I was stripping and when I was in school, I saw such a stark difference in my dating experience compared to when I started dating after I had gotten my college degrees, specifically my second college degree, when I started making that ultrasound money, especially that traveling ultrasound money. Oh my God. That's when I realized I had to start lying about my career. But a lot of men, especially now, like they're really verbalizing how like they don't care about women being educated. They don't really care about like your job or anything like that. And the reason why these men don't care about those things is because they fear the fact that you're not going to need them. And I think a lot of women, it's hard for women to wrap their heads around why men would fear that and why they would be intimidated by that. And the reason being is because men understand that they don't have shit else to offer you unless your self esteem is low and unless you're broke and destitute. They know that. Men understand that they don't have anything else to offer you unless you are down and out and desperate. And this is why I'm always telling you, ladies, don't ever allow yourself to be in a state of desperation. Don't ever allow yourself to be in a position where you financially need someone. Now, if you want to, if you want to run it up and, get resources and money from men, I ain't ever going to stop y'all from doing that. Please do that. Okay. Please. But as far as like You over here, you're 2 days away from an eviction notice, and you're over here begging, praying that a man is going to pay your bills, praying that a man is going to pay your car note because you over here trying to duck and dodge the repo man. Mm-mm. Please no. Okay, that's what can't happen. Okay, you got to have your own. You got to have your own things because men understand that they don't have anything to offer you. They don't have anything to offer you unless you are desperate because men know who they are and men know other men and men know the things that they do and men know the things that other men are doing. And men understand that they can't give you a good experience. They can't make you happy. They can't fulfill anything in your life. They can't nurture you, show you that they care about you. Really, it's just that men understand that they cannot truly love you in the way that you love them or that you love your family or that you love your children. That's really what it comes down to. Men are aware of that. Okay. So men understand that. All right. So the only way for me to be able to get in with women is for them to need me. And I mean, history shows us this. This is why they wouldn't let women vote. This is the reason why they wouldn't let women have a bank account or open a business or buy a home unless they got the okay from their husband or a man in their family, because they had to artificially create a system in which men were needed, because without that system, women, like how it is in current times, women have found a way. Since we now have rights, they found a way to take care of everything. You know what I mean? They found a way. I mean, there are women over here who they have like 2 3 children and they own a home, and you got men over here with no children and they're over here still renting. That's intimidating for a lot of men because in their brain, they're like, I can't do that. They know that they can't do that either. They know that they're not capable of that. And so they fear that, and that intimidates them, and they feel some type of way about it because they understand, like, you have the ability to just leave. Which is another thing too. A lot of the reason why men fear women that don't need them is because when you're not relying on a man to make sure that your rent is paid, your car note is paid, you have the freedom to walk away. I mean, most of the time when women are contemplating divorce, a lot of women have to sit here and like weigh out the options financially, and they have to do all the logistics of like, okay, how much is this going to cost me to get an apartment? How much is it going to cost for me to provide for my children? How much is the divorce going to cost me? They have to really sit down and logistically weigh all of these things out in order for them to leave. Especially when this is the reason why men want women to go 50-50. They're trying to spin it. They try to spin it as if they're doing you a favor. And the thing about it is this: when you go from living by yourself, and when you go from footing the bill 100% of the time, yeah, on paper, it makes sense to go 50-50 because in your brain, you're like, okay, I'm saving 50% of everything. You know, I'm saving 50% of everything. When in reality, you're going to go 50-50 and then you're going to have children. And even statistics show that everything for the child and all the household expenses, maybe not paying like the rent or anything like that, but even when women earn less money, they contribute more to the financial things with like the children in the household. So if you're going 50-50 and you're bringing children into the picture, like you're really just getting like 80% of your income swallowed up at that point once you bring kids into the picture. Because that's how they get you. That's how they get you. They get you with the deal of 50-50 at first, and you're like, this is great. You know what I mean? I'm over here saving 50% of my money. You know what I mean? I'm over here doing da, and then little by little, he's like, he'll ask you a favor, a financial favor. This is when they want to reduce down the hours that they're working at their job. This is when they decide that they want to quit their job. This is the perfect time for them to be like, all right, perfect. She's comfortable with 50-50. Let me pull the rug from up underneath her. This is the perfect time to get her pregnant. And so before you know it, the whole 50-50 thing, you're going 50-50, but you're starting off with, now you have less money to go 50-50 on, because you're splitting up these expenses in ways that you never had to split them up before. And so for a lot of women, this is how a lot of women got, and they get stuck in these situations with these men, and they're like, crap, they get to the point where they need his 50% because they've added on so many expenses. The 50-50 don't mean nothing once you're adding on the expenses of the things that he wants to get, and then you add on children. It's no longer 50-50 at that point, at least financially. So then at that point, you're now stuck in a predicament where you're like, I have to rely on his 50%, or else I'm not going to be able to live on my own. I'm not going to be able to live on my own. This is why I say, like, no, that's why 50-50 to me is a scam, because it never ends up that way. 50-50 is just a way for them to feed you this deal that they try to feed you, that they are selling to you, that you think you're getting, when in reality, over time, you're just adding more expenses that you would have never had you just stayed single, living in your own goddamn place. You know what I mean? Because once you add in kids and once you add in a relationship, there are a lot of oopsies that kind of happen along the way once you add a man in a picture. When it's you alone, you know how much your rent's going to cost. You know how much your rent's going to cost. Your electricity, your water. You know how much money you could spend on groceries. You know how much money you could spend going out. You know what I mean? You understand the expenses when it's just you. Once you factor in another person and you split the 50% of expenses with that person, in your brain, it sounds like you have control over the situation, because of course that's what men try to tell you, to make you go 50-50. Of course they're going to sell it to you, and they're going to try to make it sound as like, I'm doing you a favor, you know what I mean, by going 50-50, you're saving 50%. Of course, that's what they're going to sell you that at the beginning. And then over time, it's going to be 50-50. He's spending money on this and he's spending money on that, and he wants us to do this and he wants us to do that. And it's like, before you know it, like I said, you got less money than you did when you were paying 100% of everything by yourself. You know what I mean? 50-50, they upgrade their life and get who they really want happen to me. Exactly. 50-50 is nothing but a benefit for the man. They're getting free labor, domestic labor, emotional labor, sex, and 50%, and they're over here pocketing it. What they're doing is that they're over here pocketing the money. They're over here pocketing the money. They're asking you for money outright. And a lot of the time, what a lot of these men will do, they'll just do it at the spur of the moment. They do it at the spur of the moment. Y'all will be out and he'll like fumble. He'll be like, can we put this on your credit card? I promise I'll pay you back. Can you get this for me? I promise that I'll pay you back. And because women, they want to keep the man so bad, in the back of her head, she knows that she don't want to give a man money. Because see, me, no. One of my exes used to get so mad. He's like, you just don't ever want to give up your money. And I'm like, you goddamn right. You goddamn right. He's like, you just don't. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear anything about money coming out of your mouth in regards to me. That should turn you off, because it sure would turn me off. I don't want to hear a man asking me for money. I don't want to hear a man wanting me to loan him money. I don't want to hear any of that. And then because women don't want to be, when women don't want to be confrontational, You're not going to bring up, he asked me to put this $600 charge on my credit card and he hasn't paid me anything. And y'all will be so afraid of this man leaving you because you don't want to confront the fact that, like, he asked you to spend money on something and he claimed that he was going to pay you back. And he ain't paid you back. You're just too afraid to say something because you rather keep a dusty than to get your $600 back. You know what I mean? And they're banking off of that. They're banking off of the fact that you're just not going to be confrontational and you're going to want them around so bad that you're just going to try to keep the peace. That's why these men keep saying, be my peace, be my peace. Yeah, be my peace means don't bring anything up that could start an argument. Don't be confrontational. Don't hold me accountable. Don't require me to live up to the things that I said that I'm going to do. And so then before you know it, you're out here bad financially. And like a lot of them, most of them, that's what they're looking for. That's what they're looking for. There are so many women. There are so many women. Financially, they were good. Financially, they were perfectly fine. And they let a man come in their life and they're in financial ruin because the man realizes she doesn't like me for who I am. She's not going to like me for who I am because I don't have anything to offer her. So I have to put her in a state of survival of some sort. It might be financial survival. It might be emotional survival, because that's another one. A lot of y'all are too codependent. Men are excited. Men are excited to meet a woman who's codependent. Men are very excited to see a woman who can't breathe if her boyfriend doesn't text her at the same time every day. They're over here looking for a woman that's freaking out over the fact that, you didn't say I love you and you're too busy for me. They love that because it screams that you're codependent. Screams that you're codependent. And so men understand that, oh, so she needs me emotionally to depend on. So as long as I can create an emotional dependency that she can rely on, then boom, I'm good. Boom, I'm good. And it's like, women don't understand how much men exploit that. Like, a lot of women think it's cute. A lot of women think like, it's my man, my man, my man. That's just codependency. Okay. Men are not out here saying my woman, my woman, my woman. You don't hear men saying that. Okay. Because men don't rely on one source, like from a woman, to be codependent. Like, a lot of these men are not grasping onto one woman trying to be codependent. Like, they're like, no, I'm free to roam. Even when they have a relationship, even when they're married, mentally, they're like, I'm free to roam. I'm going to get what I can from anybody that's in my path. I'm just going to make it work. I'm just going to make it do what it do. And meanwhile, there are women over here like, I couldn't get any sleep last night. I couldn't get any sleep last night because he didn't text me good morning. Like, there are women over here, they're waking up in the morning, because this is what these men do. There are women over here eager for a good morning text message. And so what these men will do, this is how they're going to test you. They're going to send you a good morning text every day for like 2 weeks. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. So that way you start associating them with that dopamine hit first thing in the morning. You go to sleep and you wake up and you look at that phone and you're like, good morning, beautiful. Yes. You're over here thinking about your wedding. You're out like, yes. Oh, he said, good morning, beautiful. Yes. So then 2 weeks will go by and he's going to be over here texting you. And then all of a sudden you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, I don't see you. And you're going to go back and open up the text message and you're going to go back and reread the text messages and be like, did I say something? He didn't say good morning. And then you're going to text your friend. You're going to be like, Girl, I can't believe it. He didn't text me good morning today. I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? He's dealing with somebody else. He's dealing with somebody else. Oh my God. I don't understand what I did. I don't understand what's going on. Is he dealing with somebody else? You're all in your brain over why this guy isn't texting you good morning, because you got a dopamine hit every time he wished you good morning. And because he didn't wish you good morning, that's how you know. That's how you know that you're emotionally dependent on a man. That's how you know that you're codependent. You shouldn't be getting codependent over a text message. You shouldn't be getting codependent over a text message, bitch. Bitch, if I need to make a text now number, a queen text now number to send you a good morning, beautiful, and that'll get the job done, ciao, we could work something out. I promise. We could work something out. I promise. We can get the queen text message line going, something. But they do this on purpose, because what they're expecting you to do, they're expecting you to text them and be like, so I haven't heard from you. Is everything okay? When in reality, after 24 hours, their asses should be blocked. After 24 hours, their asses should be blocked. Okay? Because no, even if they got busy, you know, because this is men's favorite thing. I'm busy. I got really, really busy. No. Men rarely want to have idle hands when it comes to women. Men always are figuring out a way to not have idle hands when it comes to women, and men don't know how to multitask. So if he's not talking to you, it's because he's busy focusing on another woman. It's really that simple. And so they need to be blocked. Don't like reach out to them, because it's giving needy. It's giving codependent. It's giving emotionally, I need you to constantly support me. And they're going to exploit that. They're going to exploit that. And then what happens is that they're going to text you 2 or 3 days later. Don't even keep the line open for them to be able to text you 2 or 3 days later. Some of these men wait 6 months. They're going to wait 6 months to a year to talk to you again. Because they want to see how stupid you are. They want to see how dumb you are. They want to be like, you want to know what? They're going to look at their phone. He's going to be like, he looking through all his contacts. You know, he's like, you know, he got Sasha, Bumble, Maria, the club. You know, he put the name of the women and how he met the woman. You know, he don't remember nothing about the women, and so he gonna click your name, Sasha, and he gonna be like, all right, I haven't. He not even gonna look to see when the last time he texted you. He's gonna be like, what's good, girl? What's good, girl? Let me text Sasha. I ain't talked to her in a minute. All right, let me talk to Maria. Let me see what she got going on. They just gonna text everybody in their contact list with the same text. Hey, stranger, long time no talk. I was thinking about you. Don't be that woman that's like, oh my God, he texted me. Oh my God, he texted me. And you're over here like, he was thinking about me. Like, he ain't thought about you in 6 months. He doesn't even have a memory to think of you. He doesn't even have a good memory, a recent memory to think back on. What are you talking about? I was thinking about you. It's nothing but bullshit. Okay. It's none of it's real. It's not real. It's fake. They just need to understand that you have a need for like love and romance and validation and emotional dependency and stuff like that, because that's how they understand that they're going to exploit you. Okay. You know, hobosexual season is approaching us. You know, when there's a crisp feel in the air, a dusty will be near. When there's a crisp chill in the air, guarantee a dusty will be there. When there's a crisp chill in the air, a dusty will be there. So there are these men out here who are like, you want to know what? It's a woman out there that she wants a warm body in the house. She needs a warm body in the house. Baby, I got a heated blanket on right now. Okay. That's my warm body. Okay. You can get an animal and an animal got a warm body, but it's women out here that are like, I want a warm body next to me. I want a warm body next to me. You invite this man over to your house, he's never leaving. He's never leaving because he understands she needs somebody in the house. They're gonna be like, you need something. Don't get caught slacking. Don't get caught slacking with the fire detector, the fire alarm. The fire detector and the fire alarm, that's how them homosexuals get you. Don't invite them over and let that faucet be leaky. Don't invite them over and you got a hole in the wall. Okay, because that's how the homosexual is going to get you. You need some work around the house. That's what they love to try to say. You need to fix your smoke detector. Let me stay while you're at work and fix your smoke detector. Let me fix your faucet. Just take me to this person's house so I can get my tools, and then we'll drive back, and then I'm gonna fix everything in here for you. They saw a need, and they're like, all right, let me try to fill the need without her realizing that I need a home. The woman's over here thinking like, he's nice. He's so nice. He's offering to fix up stuff in my place. Like, child, this man don't know you. You don't know him. He ain't got no reason to want to fix stuff around your house. It ain't because you got a good heart. And it's definitely not because sleeping with you was amazing. He's like, it's getting cold out there. And I'm not trying to go to no shelter. I need to sell myself as a plumber, laying the pipe and fixing everything else around this house. So I need to fulfill whatever need I can find. And so that's when they're going to be offering up all these things. And guess what? You're going to come back home from work and you're going to be like, I thought you said your friend picked you up. Why are you still here? Oh, well, he had to stay over at work. And so, he said he going to pick me up tonight, and then before you know it, y'all going to be doing the bedroom again. And you're going to be high off of the dingling. And you're going to forget all about the fact that his imaginary friend was supposed to be picking him up tonight. Because now it's 10 o'clock and y'all done fallen asleep. And guess what? You wake up and you roll around and guess what? He's still there. This is how the homosexual stories start. I'm telling y'all, y'all don't need a warm body. Y'all don't need the ding-a-ling that bad. I'm telling you. Because guess what? These men fear the fact that you don't need them because where else they gonna stay? Who else's house they gonna go to? Because that's one thing about a man. They not going to another man's house. They refuse to hit up a male friend to live with. They refuse. They're always going to make sure that they can mooch off of a woman when it comes to living under the same roof as one. So I would be fearing a woman that doesn't need me for anything either. Because where I'm gonna stay, I need a place to stay, and I'm not trying to live with no man. So yeah. Be careful out there. She said their male friends are homeless too. The male friends already cracked the code. The male friends, they already a homosexual. They already got their woman that they living with. So they over here like, Can't help you, bro. Can't help you, bro. I'm already here living with so and so. I told you what to do. I told you what to do. How to get you a place to live, how to get you a place to live in. I don't know what to tell you. He done got his homosexual blueprint from one of his homeboys who is successfully being a homosexual. He got the right target. He got the right target. Nope. Hell no. I'm anti even letting a man come up in your place, if I could be honest. I'm really anti men coming up in your place because the signs will be there. Okay, the signs will be there. This place look good. This place look nice. You must got you some money. I mean, men don't hide what their thoughts are at all. When a man is acting like the furnishings are too nice, when a man is super super excited about how the interior of your place looks, yeah, you need to make sure that man, you better make sure that you turn him right around, show him the place, and then turn him right back out to the door. Yeah, let me show you outside too. I got a nice garden out there. Girl, lead him outside and lock the door behind you. Lock the door behind you. Should no man be that enamored by your living situation? No man should be that impressed by your living situation as a woman. Because where are you staying? Where are you staying at? How is your place looking? No. Kick that man out. That's a turn off for me personally. That's a turn off for me personally. Whenever I hear a man talking about, and this is anything. This could be your car. This could be your car. If he sees what you drive, ooh, yeah, this is a nice car. This is real nice. When they start going crazy, really complimenting something heavy that could be a status of your financial standing, child, he's broke. He's broke. He is broke. He is broke and he really needs something. And he's hoping like, oh yeah, I know she'll like these compliments. I know she needs the flattery. I know she fixing for a compliment. Let me go on ahead and give her the compliments that she needs. Because they love to do this with women who they love to do this for women who they don't deem to be attractive, like women who are not objectively attractive, but women who have a really good career and women who do well for themselves financially. This is how a lot of those women get trapped because they're not used to getting compliments on their appearance, because they're not objectively pretty. Men will compliment them on their things. And so a woman will be like, well, it's a compliment. You know what I mean? It feels good to her because it's a compliment. When in reality, the man is like, she needs the validation. She needs the compliments from me because she don't really look like nothing. And she don't think she look like nothing. This is why these men can't this is why a lot of men are getting pissed off, because women who are not objectively attractive, because women who would be considered plus size, women who are overweight, they're getting pissed that these women have standards because they're used to these women needing validation. They're used to these women needing to have a man. They're used to these women needing some sense of being male adjacent because internally they don't like themselves. They have a low self-esteem. They don't have any compliments. Like how that woman who was overweight, she said a guy asked her to go out on a coffee date and she was like, no, I don't want to go out on a coffee date. And guess what? She took herself to McAllister's and the men were in a tizzy, and women were too. Women were too. They were in a tizzy about that woman because how dare she be overweight? How dare she not be objectively attractive? Yeah, because the men, especially the men, realize, oh shit, I can't get anything from her. She doesn't need me for food. And for them, they're like, that's a shocker. She look like she love food. She don't need me for food. She don't need me for validation because obviously she likes herself. Obviously she feels confident with herself. So a lot of these men are getting mad because they also need you to be insecure. They also need you to be insecure, which is why a lot of the women were feeling some type of way about that woman that said that she wouldn't go on a coffee date with a man, because a lot of those women feel like, well, I look better than her. I look better than her and I would accept a coffee date. And I look better than her. So what the fuck is wrong with me? If she not accepting a coffee date and I look better than her, the hell am I doing? And it's like, yeah, because regardless of how society wants to put value on you for how you look, it don't matter. All that matters is how you value yourself. How you value yourself, that's the most important thing. Can't nobody use you when you value yourself by using your own agency and having your own confidence to realize, like, no, you're not going to use me because I'm lacking, or you think that I'm lacking in some area, because that's what men are looking for. Men are looking for you to be lacking in some area. Is she broke? Is she insecure? Is she traumatized? You know what I mean? Because that's another thing too. Men are also hoping that you have a need for a different experience. This is like the number one thing. This is the key thing. I think out of all of the needs that a lot of men need women to have in order for them to gain access to women, they really, really want women. They need women to have the optimism to be open to a different experience with a man. This is the reason why men are always trying to say, I'm not like the last man. You know, women will be here telling them their relationship trauma. You got to make sure, don't be treating me like I'm one of your exes. You got to start on a clean slate with me. You got to have your heart open. You got to try something different. Like they're constantly trying to get you to believe that it's like a new experience that you're missing out on. They constantly are trying to get you to believe that just hang in there. You're going to experience something better than what you've been experiencing. And this is the thing that women hold on to the most. This is the need that women hold on to the most. And it's like, okay, if I were to like have a crystal ball and I were to say, okay, you're going to get the man of your dreams. You're going to get the man of your dreams, but you're going to have to go through like 10 heartbreaks. You have to go through 10 heartbreaks to get the man of your dreams. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't think a whole lot of women would want to sign up for that. And it's going to list all your trauma. It's going to list all the trauma that you're going to get. Yeah, this one's going to cheat on you. This one's going to cheat on you with your best friend. This one's going to cheat on you with your mom. This one's going to cheat on you with a man. This one's going to give you an STD. This one's going to steal money from you. If you, like, literally, if someone gave you that timeline and was like, this is exactly how it's going to happen, but you're going to get your dream man after all this, no woman is going to sign up for that. No woman is going to sign up for that. But in reality, that's what women are doing. That's when women are going back through their dating history and they're talking about their dating history and all the men that they've dated. That's exactly what it looks like. Everything that I just explained, that's exactly what it looks like. And they're still over here like, I'm looking for my Prince Charming. And it's like, there's no need to keep re-healing from things and putting yourself in these predicaments when you got to keep healing over and over. Forget that. Forget that. No, it's not even that serious. She said a lot of people would do is see Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift just said, forget it. I'm going to go where the money resides. Okay. This makes the most sense financially for me to do. I could paint that this is the perfect person to paint this picture with that I've been portraying for so long. I'm going to just go where the money is and keep it moving. I literally had a guy telling me that men in general think about nothing. They only think about what they want. That is why they are not thoughtful or caring like women. It ain't nothing up there. When you talk to men long enough, you realize it ain't nothing upstairs. Nothing is going on. They literally are thinking about, how can I get sex today? That's all that they're thinking. That's all that they're thinking of. How can I get sex today? And how can I get it for the least amount of effort? That's literally all they're thinking of. Outside of that, their brain is empty. Their brain is empty. I say this in each live, but I must reiterate, the men in my office talk nonstop about football. Ugh, that would annoy me. That would annoy me. I remember when I worked in roofing sales and I was the only woman and I would hear them talk about sports and I'm like, oh my God, they were so annoying. Then I had one guy that was trying to convince me to be a traditional woman, and all of his talking points was just like the red pill stuff. I was like, oh hell nah. Oh hell nah. This is crazy. This is craziness. Oh, someone asked me the eye mask thingies or whatever. It's Grace and Stella. Grace and Stella. If you got a Costco membership, they actually sell a 3-pack of them at Costco. They got the gold ones that have caffeine in them. They got the, I think, white ones, and then they got the pink ones. I've tried all of them but the pink ones. Because this purple one has retinol in it. The purple ones are my favorite ones. Because I love me some retinol. At the end, the price that you pay for dealing with men will always be too high for what you get. Yes, because the return on your investment is poor. I'm telling you, there is no validation in the world. There is no finances that you need. There is no work around the house. There is no ding-a-ling that you need so badly for you to be willing to pay the cost that it would take to be dealing with a man. Okay, especially long term. I'm telling you, there's no need in the world that would ever be so high in your life that it would be willing for you to regress in life by dealing with a man. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it, because we're all human, and women have this talking point a lot, right? Women have this talking point a lot. But we're wired for connection. We're wired for connection. We're wired for love. Okay, you're not supposed to love your fucking predator. That's the difference. That's the difference. You're not supposed to want connection. You're not supposed to want connection from your predator. Okay, you're not supposed to want connection from the person who is most likely who is most likely going to be the person that if they unalive you while you're pregnant, it's going to be that person. I mean, the statistics are horrible. The statistics are horrible. They're really, really bad for dealing with men. I'm telling you, you don't need somebody that much in your life. I'm telling you. You don't need the person in your life that in most cases is going to cause you the most harm. Like, no, that's not who you need connection from. I'm sorry. Connection is good. You can connect with other women. You can connect with animals. You can connect with people by doing volunteer work. Okay. You like, this is my thing. These women, Pygmisha will go and get a Dusty and allow a Dusty to live with her. Girl, all you got to do is just go to the homeless shelter and go volunteer. If you want to help Dusties, go volunteer at the homeless shelter. It's an endless supply of Dusties over there that you can help. You ain't got to move one into your home. I want to cook for him. Girl, go make you some plates out. Go make you a nice little spread of food and go get you some to-go containers. And all you got to do is go where the homeless people are and go get him some to-go plates. I literally have a friend that does that. She literally will make food and she will walk to where the homeless people are and she will cook food for them. Y'all ain't gotta, I'm sorry, y'all don't need to do all of this unnecessary stuff. Living with a man, going 50-50, doing all this ridiculousness. It's crazy. It's crazy. You say go manless. I say go where you're going to have the most peace, which in most cases is going to be manless. If you can get a man that's giving you enough, you're getting a good enough return on your investment for you to put up with whatever it is you got to put up with. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, you're going to have to put up with something when you're dealing with men. All right, point blank period. You're going to have to put up with something. And that thing is going to look different for everybody, but you're going to have to put up with something. You need to be compensated for the things that you're going to be that you have to put up with. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with some big old overweight man that's not attractive and I'm not getting any money. I'm not getting any resources. He's not doing anything to make my life easier. I was just thinking about like one of my sugar daddies. I was thinking about one of my past sugar daddies that I had. And I was like, damn, he was ugly. But damn, he did make my life easier at the time. He did make my life easier at the time. And the thing about it too is that this is what's even crazier. I was so young. This is the reason why the men are like, oh, I want someone younger. As you get older and you start earning more money, of course, men are going to fear you because your needs are higher. Men are over here trying to approach women that are 30 plus, which means if you're college educated, you've been in a career for like a minimum of like 8 years. If you're 30, you've been in a career for like a minimum of like 6 to 8 years. If you're 30. Okay, you're paying rent that's anywhere between, on the low end, $1,600, $1,500 up to like $2,500 plus all of your other things. And you got men over here expecting to sleep with you for a $200 meal spent. You would have been you get impressed by stuff like that when you at home living with your parents. When you're over here paying bills, you got big girl bills, you got big girl things that you're spending money on. The little things that they're offering, I don't need that. I don't need your attention. I don't need the dinner dates. I could take myself out to some place and go get myself dinner. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, you want to know what? He really did make my life easier at the time, at the age that I was at, because like I didn't have a college degree yet. Like I wasn't really making any real money. I was just happy I didn't have to work at the club. You know what I mean? I was just happy that I didn't have to work at the club. So as long as I didn't have to work at the club and everything else was being taken care of, I didn't care. But it's like, I didn't really need anything big. Now I need things that are big. I need big things. So of course men are going to fear that because men are like, well, I'm average. That's what they're always complaining about. I'm average and women's expectations are too high. Yeah, because you're dealing with grown adult women. The needs are going to be higher for a 30-year-old something. Like women have went to college, like women have debt, women have expenses, like more has been added onto the plate. So, of course they want somebody younger. Like, of course they're going to go deal with an 18-year-old. An 18-year-old's like, I just want to not be at my parents' house for a week. Or like a 17-year-old. I just want to not be at my parents' house for a week. I just want to not have to listen to anybody. I just want to not have to follow no rules. That's a very small need. Oh, you could stay over at my place. You could stay up as late as you want. You could eat all the food in my refrigerator. Yeah, when you're 17, 18 years old, that sounds fantastic. That sounds freaking fantastic. Mhm. My 2 roomies are completely male-centered, like, dish is all they talk about. Ugh, that would drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy. It's why I can't do a roommate. There's a woman who I, pole dance with, and she mentions, like, sometimes that she has a roommate, and I'm just like, oh, I could not have a roommate." I had roommates. The 2 roommates that I had were male-centered. The 2 roommates that I had were male-centered, and I was like, "I'm never doing this shit again. I'm never doing this shit again. I will just do what I gotta do and pay my rent alone. I will just do what I gotta do, and I will pay my rent alone." 'Cause child, I had one roommate. You have a man coming into our place, and she would never tell me whenever the guy would, whenever the guy would be coming in, and it's like, dude, you could at least let somebody know that you're living with, that you got your man coming over. Like, it was insane. It was insane. I was like, what the freak? You could at least be considerate. I'm telling you, I'd rather work 4 jobs before I have roomies again. Girl, I'll work my fingers to the bone before I ever have a roommate. I'm sorry. To me, it's not worth saving the money for me. Like, my mom my mom would take me back in a heartbeat. My mom wants me to move back home so bad. My mom wants me to move back home so bad. I can't. Number 1, I don't want to go back home. I don't want to go back to my hometown, and I want to be in my own space. I'm too accommodated to living alone. Ciao. It's only one. All I gotta do is pick up a quick little ultrasound gig real quick, and I'm set anyway. So, you know what I mean? It's like the option is there, but the ones afraid of gold diggers are the ones who had to hold on their imaginary money, as Russell Hartley would say. Girl, they monopoly money. They monopoly money. They're over here afraid that there's a woman that's going to take them for their monopoly money. They over here freaking out that there's a woman out there that's going to snatch up and grab their $900 refund check. I need to remain creative. Otherwise, I'm going to want to give that nurturing to a man. This is why I tell women all the time, stay busy. Stay busy. A woman, a man a man with idle hands is dangerous. A man with idle hands is always going to be dangerous when it comes to them dealing with women. Because most of the time men, when they have idle hands, they're just trying to put their hands on another woman. They're never trying to put their hands on some money. Never. They're never trying to put their hands on some money. Men with idle hands are trying to figure out, okay, how can I have these hands touch a woman? women with idle hands, they want their time to be filled up with men. It's bad. It's really, really bad. This is why I tell women all the time, please get a hobby. Please get a hobby. Go work overtime. Okay. Go work extra. Go volunteer somewhere. Go volunteer at the homeless shelter. Go volunteer at the Humane Society. Go volunteer at the community center. It's a ton of things that you could be doing, and it's way more fulfilling. It's way more fulfilling. What was the process to become an ultrasound tech? You have to go to college. Depending on the college that you go to, you'll either be awarded an associate's or a bachelor's degree. Where I went, I was awarded a bachelor's degree. But you go to college, you do your prerequisites, you apply for the program. The program is usually 15 months, and go from there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of missing ultrasound again, like, if I'm being completely honest. In December, like, I have a little PRN situation that I'm gonna be doing, but I'm probably not gonna do that until December. But I do miss ultrasound. Not gonna lie, because that's the thing. I love ultrasound. I love ultrasound. I just can't stand people. I just can't stand like people. You know what I'm saying? What if you just like them as a person, enjoy their company, and find them attractive? I'd rather have a good looking man than a Prada bag. I look at it like this. Um, like, okay, is there anything wrong with that? No. Like there's nothing wrong with that. The issue with that is that a lot of the time a lot of women don't know how to emotionally detach. That's the issue. On surface level, nothing is wrong with that. The issue is that most women don't know how to emotionally detach. What happens is that women start growing a likeness for a man that they enjoy their company, they like them as a person, and they find them attractive. That's where the issue lies. The issue lies in the lack of not emotionally detaching, and women start to like this person, and then it creates a lot of unnecessary things. This is why usually I give the advice to women where it's like most women are not built like that. Because the thing about it too is that men are going to try to break your emotional boundaries while you're trying to emotionally detach from them. And a lot of women let it happen. They take check-ins too seriously from a man that they're attracted to and that they enjoy spending time with. That's the issue. A lot of y'all fall in too deep. Like, I use this guy all the time as an example on my channel. The guy that I had back home in the Midwest, and I would sleep with him whenever I would go back home to the Midwest. He would check in with me. He would send me text messages and be like, "Hey, how are you? Is everything okay? Okay, did I find him attractive? Yes. Did I like him as a person? Yes. Did I enjoy spending time with him? Yes. Did I have a good time sleeping with him? Yes." But I had such a high level of emotional detachment that it's like when he would text me and like check in and stuff like this, I understand that he's not checking in with me because he likes me and he enjoys me. He just wants to make sure that he has access to sleeping with me. He just wants to make sure that he has access with dealing with me. A lot of the men that you're dealing with and you enjoy their company and stuff like that, I mean, they do want to sleep with you. They do want to sleep with you, and they're going to try to break emotional boundaries to allow that to happen. You have to be emotionally detached enough to not let that happen. So in my head, I'm like, I know that I know that he doesn't think that I'm special, and he's actually trying to check in on me because he cares. Like, one time he wanted me to be vulnerable. One time he wanted me to be vulnerable. He literally was like, he had asked me about something. He asked me about how I was, and I kind of was just like short with him. And I essentially was just like short, and he was trying to pry for more information. And he was like, you can open up to me and like you could tell me whatever it is that you want. No. Because what happens is that once they're trying to do that and they're trying to make it seem as if they're trying to create an emotional safe space for you in person, via text, regardless, when they're trying to make an emotional safe space for you, they're trying to prevent you from becoming emotionally detached. I told his ass no. I told his ass no. I'm like, no, there's no need for me to tell you any of that. That's what I have parents and friends for. Like, I don't need to tell you that. Because this is the thing, vulnerability is not the issue. Vulnerability is not the issue. It's who you choose to be vulnerable with. It's who you choose to be vulnerable with. Vulnerability is not a bad thing. It's not. Vulnerability is not a bad thing at all. It's who you choose to be vulnerable with. I don't believe that it's smart to be vulnerable with somebody that in most cases it's going to benefit them more. It's going to benefit men more when you're vulnerable. It's really not going to benefit you being vulnerable with a man. It's going to benefit them. Child, you have to do mental gymnastics. You have to do mental gymnastics. Why do you think I look good and I don't have on any makeup? Because guess what? It's not mental gymnastics when you understand pattern recognition. That's the thing. It's not even mental gymnastics, it's just pattern recognition. Once you see the pattern, you don't need to do mental gymnastics because you already understand, oh, in most cases, they're doing this to get this outcome. And then at some point you realize, oh yeah, once you test out your hunches a few times and you realize, I was right. I'm giving this advice because I'm great at pattern recognition. And guess what? Maybe my advice isn't for you, but you could do it your way. You could do it your way. And once you realize that I was right, you're going to come back. And you're going to be like, Queen was right. Yeah, or fake a vulnerability. I talk about that on the channel too. Fake a vulnerability, fake an insecurity. You know what I mean? I don't have control issues. I accept people for who they are. I accept men for who they are. And if I don't want to be vulnerable with somebody, I don't fucking have to be vulnerable to somebody. I'm very selective. Women aren't selective enough. Y'all go and y'all tell everybody y'all's business. Y'all open up to everybody and then wonder why people are gossiping about you, wondering why people are doing you wrong because you're not selective with your energy. You're not selective with your information. You should not be an open conduit. What do people do when there's free samples? What happens? Halloween is coming up. What happens when you leave a big old jar of candy outside of your house for Halloween? You think parents and their children, you think each person is going to go and just get one piece of candy? You think they're gonna keep themselves orderly and just say the right thing to do is get one piece of candy, so I'm just gonna get one piece of candy? No. You're gonna put that candy out there, and the first person gonna be greedy as hell, and they gonna take that whole container of fucking candy and dump it into their bag. That's how y'all look like being vulnerable with everybody. That's how y'all look like telling everybody y'all's business. That's how y'all look like emotionally being available to everybody. Because you think You think that every single person is like you. You think that women are constantly projecting their good qualities onto other people. Women have this mindset, I wouldn't do it. And so because I wouldn't do it, they wouldn't do it to me. That's not how life works. That's not how life works. You cannot expect everyone to do what you're doing. Just because I would only grab one piece of candy doesn't mean that everybody else thinks like that. There are people out here that are like, you want to know what? They left a whole jar of candy out. They stupid. They stupid for leaving a whole bag of candy out, because if I wanted to, I'll take this whole thing of candy. They ain't got no camera. They don't know where I live. Who gonna stop me? It's a bag of candy. They can't press no charges. They can't call the police. They can't do anything. You got people out here thinking like that. So you have to learn how to make decisions and account for how other people think, not just how you think. It's a level of closed-mindedness that a lot of women have when it comes to them projecting their good qualities onto other people. Not everybody thinks like you. Not everybody was raised like you. Even the Bible says, guard your heart. Even the Bible says, guard your heart. You're supposed to. Anything about it is that y'all ain't got a journal. If you don't want to write, you can be vulnerable and you could do a voice memo and just say everything. If you feel in the spirit, and you want to shake some stuff off, you can be vulnerable through dancing. That's what we do at pole dancing classes. Dancing for other people, it's very vulnerable. It's very raw. Quit telling everybody everything, especially men. They don't care. Men aren't even being vulnerable with other men about their experiences. Men don't even know how to be vulnerable with one another. And you think they care about your vulnerability? They don't care. A man literally did a whole video as an experiment with his friends talking about, you want to know what? I'm kind of curious to see. I want to test the bond of our friendship. Asked his friends, what's the name of my ex? He's really sitting here setting the scene for them. Yeah, you guys remember I had a really bad breakup, and the breakup was so bad that I ended up moving. And I had a breakup and the girl broke my heart. Do you remember the name of my ex-girlfriend? And none of them fucking knew. None of them even cared about the fact that he moved away. They didn't even care about the fact that he moved away, let alone why he moved away. Let alone not even realizing that a woman, his ex-girlfriend, was the reason why he moved away, and they met her. And these are people that they're calling friends. These are people that they're telling you, that's my friend, that's my friend. And they don't even remember anything about said friend's business. And you think they care about what you got going on? You think they care about your vulnerability? You think they care about your thoughts and your opinions and stuff like that? They don't care. I'm sorry, that whole, oh my God, I'm gonna give love and light to everybody. You have to be selective. You have to be selective on that type of stuff. You can give it, you have to know who to give it to. You have to be discerning on who you're going to give it to. What if the man gives you peace because you like him? Okay, but does he like you? I don't know. It's giving male centered. Okay? Like who cares if he likes you? If he wants to sleep with you, like who cares if you like him? Like connect with him, then connect with him then. Like do what you want to do. It's your world. Do what you want to do. Like honestly. I've had 50-50 relationships and I wasn't miserable. Okay, then why aren't you in the relationships anymore? Because you said you weren't miserable. You didn't say you weren't happy. It's a difference. It's a difference. I was in 50-50 relationships and I wasn't miserable, but you weren't happy either. You weren't happy either. So you rather go 50-50 and not be miserable. You rather go 50-50 and not be miserable than to actually be in a situation where you can be happy. Make that make sense. I'm sorry, it's only one place. It's only one place in my life that I'm going to stay that I may not like all the time, where I may not be miserable. And that's for me to fucking collect a check. That's it. That's to collect a check. Cause most people ain't happy going to work. Work is where I'm gonna go to work and I won't be and I ain't miserable. I ain't happy in that motherfucker either. That's the only sector in my life where I'm doing something that I ain't miserable doing it and I ain't happy doing it at the same time. But no, I'm never going to be in a relationship saying, well, I wasn't miserable. Exactly. 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 I just don't think I don't think my content is for you. You have to be ascended enough to get it. You just have to, when people tell a story and they're laughing and you're just like, what's so funny about the story? And they're like, it's because you had to be there. You have to just reach a level in your life and you have to experience life and really learn the lessons of life for you to be there, for you to get there. That's really what it is. Yeah, 1,000%. You never know who you're really talking to, or worse yet, sharing yourself with. 1,000%. 1,000%. You don't know what is attached to them. You don't know what their past and things are like that. You don't know. But this is why I say, if you it's just not the right season for my content, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You can enjoy something performative. Enjoy. Enjoy. Like, nobody is stopping you. I enjoy the performance of men giving me money. I enjoy the company. I enjoy the company that men give me when they're with me, when they're taking me shopping. You know what I mean? I'm not paranoid about the money running out. I'm not paranoid about the card declining. You know what I'm saying? I love when they do that dance and they're like, here you go. I love that performance. I love that performance when they're like, I love that performance when they're like 20, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. All right, go get your nails done. I love that performance. Child, I love that performance. I ain't ever got to be paranoid about that performance. Yes, the provider performance. He's like, sorry, this is fresh money. This money fresh is sticking. I just got this money out the bank. It's all sticking, but there it is. Yes, a simp all day. I don't care what you call them, a simp, a trick. I don't care what you call them. Do that little dance for me. Do the money dance. Because very few men have looked at me and thought, you want to know what, I'm just not going to spend any money. Like, no, you shouldn't even be comfortable. You shouldn't even be comfortable thinking that. I can smell that money that be sticking together. It's the best money. It's the best money. I love that fresh money, that fresh, crisp money, and it's just sticking together. A real man don't throw money or burn it for fun. You right. A broke man don't throw money or burn it for fun. I worked at McDonald's as my first job. New money was a nightmare. Too easy to give the wrong amount back with sticky money. It's hard as hell. The fresh money is so hard. The fresh money is so hard. Because a lot of the time I feel like okay, so when I had worked at the club, I always used to want to try to get them to like get money out of the ATM machine because I would notice that the money would be fresh, and I feel like they would do that on purpose. I feel like they would put fresh money in there on purpose for it to stick together. Because I would have a few whoopsie daisies at the club, and I'm like, he gave me, he ended up giving me 220s. Didn't even realize it because the money stuck together. When you got money coming in, you're not burning through it because you know how to get more. Even my father says that. My father's like, a man shouldn't care about spending money on a woman because I already know how to get more money. Like, if you're not a real man if you're over here concerned about money. You're a man. You're a man. You should know how to get it. You should know how to be a man and get it. You're not a real man if you don't know how to get it. Why don't you have your money making you more money? Why don't you have multiple streams of income? Yeah. Like, they really think that it turns women on to hear them complain and make excuses for being broke. They really think that it's a turn on and women are going to like them more for them to hear like that doesn't even make sense. Like, real man and broke, that doesn't even make sense to put in the same sentence. Real man and broke, is that what your father taught you? Did your grandfather teach your father that? Where in the bloodline did a man look at you in your face and say, son, you a real man when you don't make no money? You a real man when you living off the government? You a real man when you making minimum wage? You a real man when you living paycheck to paycheck? Like, what? Like, that's insane. That's insane. Somebody's father is telling their son they're a real man by being broke. Cause my daddy, he ain't never said no crazy stuff like that. My daddy ain't never said nothing like that. He's like, no. He's like, this is why I got multiple streams of income. This is why I got multiple businesses. Because I'm a man. I'm supposed to have multiple streams of income. I'm supposed to have money. Oh, men like to give me money. That's the difference. Y'all think that women are begging? There are men out here that realize that I'm going to get more out of the situation when I just give the money. This is why y'all are on dating apps trying to take a girl to Applebee's and you don't spend $40 and then you're wondering why you can't sleep with her. Because you think women like you for who you are. Men that don't mind giving women money, they know that women don't like them for who they are, which is why they're spending money. They already know. They already know. You want to know what? I got to come with some cash. My personality ain't nothing. My looks ain't going to get me paid. My body ain't all that. I need to come with some money. I never had to have my hand out. When men want to give money, they just want to give it. They just want to give the money. And if you want to hold on to your money, then hold on to your money. But you making me money and giving me engagement. So that's all I care about. Everyone has a price. Everyone has a price. A lot of y'all are only one meeting away from P. Diddy and Jay-Z from bending it wide open. A lot of y'all are only one meeting away from P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk from getting you some Astroglide and having these men put it in the back door. So please. Bet you if Elon Musk dropped the right price on a man, the booty hole gonna be wide open. Gonna be ready. Let me get the Astroglide. Let me get it ready. He'll be like, you in Dubai. So actually you finna Dubai, you getting dumped in, you get in the poo, the Dubai porta potty special. He getting the hot Tootsie Rolls in the mouth in. That's what his price is. If you a prince, you would not be on YouTube. You would not be commenting on a creator that has 25,000 subscribers. You would not. Dubai princes are with celebrities. Dubai princes are fucking on yachts. Dubai princes are fucking closing on deals. Dubai princes are not in the chat room on a creator that has 25,000 subscribers. Dubai princes are hanging out with celebrities that look way better than me, dealing with men that have a ton of money. Ain't no Dubai prince finna be over here. Finna be over here all in this mix. No, I'm sorry. Like what? See, and this is what they do. This is what they do. They come into women's spaces and then annoy women and then think that it's a turn on. Like, you see how they change so quick? Okay, let me sell the fact that I'm broke. Okay, she doesn't like the fact that I'm broke. Let me try to shame her for being a gold digger. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let me just lie about who I am. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let me just ask her to come to the country that I don't live in. Like, sir, when you're single, men compete throwing money and promotions at you. Chow. Exactly. He's banned now. I'm having a little bit of fun with the Dusties. I am. I'm having a little bit of fun with the Dusties, but I blocked him. So I had my fun, and now he's blocked. Mr. Dubai Prince in the house. Not anymore, but was in the house. Why do they come in women's spaces? Because it's the only attention that they're ever going to get from women. I mean, you got to think. Ain't nobody swiping right on their pictures on social media, on dating apps. You know, they work their shift, they get out their phone, they get on the dating app, and they like, let me see what matches I got on Hinge. Damn, damn. I didn't get a like today. I didn't get a like today. Let me go see what women are on social media so I can give me some intel on what the women are talking about, and I'm gonna start complaining so I can give me some attention. They gotta create artificial ways to get attention. That's all. That's all. Coughing from the residual dust from the concept of the prince. I should have been like Prince who? Prince Hakeem? That's what I should have said. Prince Hakeem from Coming to America? It's crazy because I have a mutual on TikTok, and I think I can't remember what trade she's in, but in New York City, she makes $50 an hour. She makes $50 an hour. She said, I met about 25 Nigerian princes in my life. That's why I said it's Prince Hakeem. That's all it is. It's just Prince Hakeem. Alibaba Express. That's a good one. These, like I said before, these men are taking pride in being broke. These men are legit taking pride in being broke. It's crazy. All because they want to do the opposite of what women are doing. Women are getting an education. Women are making a ton of money. Women are caring about money. I don't want to be like a woman. So I'm going to do the complete opposite. I'm going to just be broke and be uneducated because only women do that. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy what patriarchy has done to these men. It's insane what patriarchy has done to these men. Because women are doing it, they're like, no, I can't do it because a woman is doing it. So, no, I refuse. I refuse to do it only because a woman is doing it. It's like, child. And then trying to gaslight us into thinking that like as if that's a characteristic. Like, my daddy would slap me silly. My daddy would slap me silly if I was like, yeah, daddy, he's broke. Don't you love that? My daddy would be like, get this man the fuck away from me. Why you even bring this man home? Because that's the thing about me. If my parents don't like you, it's not ever happening. It's not ever happening. And the thing about it is that my parents, they won't just come straight out and say that they don't like you, but they gonna make you feel that. They gonna make you feel that shit. They'll never say it outright, but the tension will be in the air. The tension will definitely be in the air. And y'all heard my ex-boyfriend on the phone. He's still not over that. He's still not over my father not approving of him. And that was back in 2021. And he's still getting nightmares from not getting the approval from my father. These men be ducking and dodging my daddy, because where we're from, my dad is very much well known. When men find out who my father is, oh child, they be shaking in their boots. That's your father? Mm-hmm. Yep. And he'll put your ass in the ground too. And if he don't do it, somebody else is going to want to do it. My daddy had to calm somebody down, because my daddy told them what my ex had did, and that guy was trying to put my ex in the dirt. He was trying to put my ex 6 feet under, and my father was like, calm down, we not gonna do all that. Yeah, my dad legit thinks that most of these men are losers. He does. He thinks most of them are losers. Even the men that work with him. My dad will tell me stories and he'll be like, yeah, he's like, they'll be sleeping. It'll be slobber all on their mouth. And then someone will walk into the barber shop, wanting a haircut. And they over here like, yeah, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm ready for you. I'm ready. Like, imagine having to walk to the chair and you're walking in to get your hair done, and the only stylist available, you done caught her in the middle of her nap, drooling. And she's like, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Could you imagine? Like my daddy, he'd be like, he said that the men that work for him, he talks about how lazy they are. Like he literally is like, they come to work. He literally said, he was like, they come to work just to make enough for booth rent. They come to work just to make enough for booth rent. He was like, I don't even understand why some of them be coming to work. He said a lot of them are lazy. Yep. And the thing about it, like I said, the only reason why these men don't want to go to college and get an education is because women are doing it. Like, because at one point, college could only be attended by men. Women couldn't even go. They just simply don't want to go because they've now created it to be like, oh, it's feminine. It's feminine to be smart. It's feminine to be educated. And then they talk about, well, I'm gonna go into the trades. I'm gonna go get me a trade. Trades are at an all-time low. Trades are at an all-time low, especially black men. Especially black men. I see Hector. I see Hector. I see Oscar. I see Fernando. I see all of them. I don't see Marcus. You know what I mean? I don't see Denzel. I don't see Byron working in the trades. Whoa, their crypto just crashed. There was a man that unalived himself. There was a man that unalived himself because it's looking bad for crypto. I have some money in crypto, but it's not really a lot. Most of my money is in XRP, and that I checked yesterday, and that hasn't been impacted really. I didn't even check my Bitcoin or any of that because I never check it. I never check it. It's barely any money in there. Because and the thing about it, honestly, it's really nothing. It's nothing to crypto anyway. It's really nothing to crypto anyway. It's not. I bought XRP and I held it. Once they won the lawsuit for XRP, I was able to make a lot of money off of them winning the lawsuit based off of what I had invested in XRP. I mean, because it shot the price of XRP up once they ended up winning the lawsuit. But child, it's nothing to it. But yeah, it's the crypto boys are freaking out. The crypto boys are freaking out. Can you please go into details on why men treat good or nice women so bad? Like what happens psychologically? They understand that they don't deserve the good treatment. It's like self-sabotage. Men understand that they're not deserving of the good treatment. They'll accept it. Anyone's going to take a free slave. Anyone's going to take a free slave. If somebody came up to you today and was like, yeah, for free, you can get a man that's going to come in your house and he's going to cook for you. He's going to clean for you. He's going to sleep with you. He's going to give you foot massages. He's going to cuddle you. I don't think I would turn it down. I don't think that I would turn it down. So they're never going to turn down a free slave, but men question why you're doing something for them. Men question that a lot. Why are you doing this for me? Because men understand that they're always intentional about why they're doing something. So men understand the type of people that they are. Women don't. Women are in the dark about who men are. So a lot of the time men are like, I don't deserve this niceness. I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person. I am a terrible person. I'm just going to sabotage all of this stuff and just forget about it. But I'll take what she's offering. I'll accept the niceness. But the way that they look at it is like, they didn't ask you to do any of that. You chose to be nice and they took what you were offering. Cuz it's transactional. That's the thing. Women are transactional too. Women try to make it seem as if we're not transactional. Women are transactional with their emotions. If I'm nice to him and if I do everything for him, then he's not going to cheat on me. He's going to stay faithful to me. He's going to make me happy. That's a transaction. The only difference is that that's non-tangible. That's non-tangible. You can't clock when you're being nice to somebody. You can't clock that and get a return on your investment for doing favors for someone. This is the reason why I know. If I don't want to be nice, I'm not going to be nice. Yeah, barbers have to pay booth rent. Just like how strippers got to pay house rent, barbers have to pay booth rent. They have to pay to keep their booth open. They have to pay to have that part in the barbershop. I've only known women who say, I've given up everything for you. Yeah, and that's stupid. Overinvesting. Women will sit here and overinvest and then get pissed off when they don't get a return on their investment. That's stupid. Men are not giving more than anything that they're not okay with losing for good. Men understand that. This is the reason why a lot of them, they don't want you to do nice things for them for real, because they understand, I wouldn't do that for me, and I sure as hell wouldn't do it for her either. Y'all sitting here spending thousands of dollars on a vacation to take a man on a vacation, and he looking at you crazy. He like, I'll go on the vacation, but she crazy if she think I'm about to do this for her. Solo travel is done by 80% of women, which means that men only travel if they're with a woman or if they're with a group of men. Men only like to travel with other people because men do not want to be in their own space alone. Men don't want to be in their own company. Why do you think they want to fly women out? Yeah, I'm in Miami. I'm in Vegas. I'm in Vegas. Can I get you flued out? Can I get you flued out? I don't want to face the reality that I can't get a woman in a different country or in a different state. So let me fly you out. At least I could get you to keep me company, to make me forget that I'm a lame. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. They're not flying you out because they like you. They're not flying you out because they think you cute. They flying you out so that way they don't have to live with the reality of having to be alone, having to be alone with themselves. That's what that is. And they over here like, I only got 3 days here. I can't manipulate a woman that quick. I can't manipulate a woman in 3 days for her to want to give it up. So I ain't about to find nobody up here in the country. That's why they gotta go. That's why they have to go to destitute countries where women don't have anything, where women don't have any money, and then offer up $40 for them to get some punani. That's why they can only deal with women who need something. The deep voice. Imagining her as Butch or Stud. LOL. Sorry. Oops. Sorry, girl. I'm gonna go from Queen Sovereign to Queen Latifah. Yeah, the crypto is gonna be back up. I can't believe people were panicking over it. It's just like with anything else. It's like the stock market. They buy it all up, it crashes, and then it'll be back up again. I'm on a roll tonight. I'm on a roll tonight. The banana cutting caught me off guard. Love Queen Sovereign. Ciao, Russell Hartley started off as a red pillar, just keeping it real. Okay. He actually started off making manosphere content, and then he quickly realized that he couldn't get in. So he was like, you want to know what? Let me go on ahead and let me start getting into creating so that way women are the target demographic. And so that's how he got into, this stuff. You can still like the message. You can still like the message, but that's the messenger. Yep. So I wonder why Shira always had him on her channel. Um, Probably so she could get more conversion. Probably so that way she could get more conversion from his following onto her following. Thank you for mentioning that because I think love is a great thing. Just don't put it in men. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Shira don't care. Shira's like, listen, the people that follow him probably don't follow me. Let me get some more people. Yeah, you're right. He was paying her. He was paying her. For whatever reason, Shira's channel, it doesn't allow me to send her a super chat. I got to send one super chat to her in July, and it's the her channels never allowed me to send a super chat because I always try to send money to women who are in the same niche as me, but it won't let me send a super chat to her. Thank you for helping me not take a guy back that tried to come back. Absolutely love you. Your videos helped. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, we don't allow the dust to return. We ain't trying to get no asthma. That means you're blocked. But this is what's weird. It lets me comment in the chat, but I don't know if it can see the chat. Because when you block people, they can still see the comment or they can still see the content, but then technically they can't go in the chat. It lets me still type and put things in there, but I might be blocked, which is crazy. But I can still see her content. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, child. But yeah, it let me send her a super chat once and never let me send it again. Child, he switched to women because he realized that it's just way better to have women as a target demographic. It's just way better to have women as a target demographic. Even when you get brand deals, they want to see what your metrics are between genders. You can't sell shit to men. You can't. This is why content creating is a female dominated field. It's a female dominated field. No brands want to collaborate with somebody and their target demographic is mostly men, because what are they going to buy? Because a lot of these manosphere people, like smaller creators, they start off with manosphere and they realize, like, I'm not making any money. These men aren't spending any money. These men aren't all that supportive. Let me switch over and get women as a target demographic. That's what it really was. My message was still visible. Because I commented on her chat when she did the Earl one, and my chat didn't disappear. So I don't know. And like, I tried it multiple ways. I put no words, like I put nothing just to send a super chat. So I probably am blocked. I probably am blocked. The girls tore him a new one in the live chat. I'm hollering. Hey, but listen, get the bag, get the bag. I don't know. I can't send a super chat though. I can't send a super chat. I could send one to every other creator except her. I can send one to every other creator but her. But the thing about it, Shira's smart. Shira's smart. And you want to know what? The thing about it is this. From it could be YouTube, but honestly, even if this is what I think. Even if she had me blocked, if it could be like, who knows, like maybe she wouldn't want me, maybe she wouldn't want my stuff popping up on her channel. Because Shira's in her own lane, and you got to think Russell Hartley paid money. Russell Hartley had to pay her money for her to collaborate with him. So she may look at it. She may look at it as like advertising. She may look at it as advertising. So that's fair, honestly. Just looking at the business aspect of it, she might look at it as advertising. So that's it very well could be that she blocked me. No, I did it from two separate accounts though. So I had my personal YouTube account, and it let me send her a super chat there. It didn't let me send her a super chat on Queen Sovereign. It let me send her a super chat from my personal. It didn't let me send her a super chat from Queen Sovereign. Because I was so confused. I'm like, why won't it let me? It just kept giving me like an error message saying that like I couldn't it just kept saying that I couldn't send the super chat. Why the hell this man asked me to cook for him? Chow, he picked up he saw a Pig Misha somewhere in you. He wanted to see if the Pig Misha was alive. Yeah, it's not really block. Obviously, it's hide from channel. That's why I said it might be because I'm a creator channel. I literally think that's why. I think that's why. I think it might be because I'm a creator channel. And she may see it as a form of advertising. He said he'll pay for the food and he would like a home cooked meal. Since he don't get that, girl, tell him go to the soup kitchen. Tell him go to the soup kitchen. They'll pay for the food and they'll prepare it and they'll give it to him. Send him, text him, and find the link to the nearest soup kitchen and send them the link. Child, I don't know. It's cool though. Child, even if it was her boyfriend, no. Hell no. You only cook for a man on the holidays, if that. Even if you're preparing for something for the holiday, you could cook a meal for like an anniversary or something. I know, I'm wondering why it didn't let you send it. Like I said before, it's probably because it's seen as a form of advertising. She probably sees it that way. Because if Russell Hartley paid her money to get on her channel, it would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense that she would most likely want a form of payment big enough for another content creator to like collab or like promote with her. Cause I get it. I get it. I would be doing the same thing. Yeah, that's why I was like, I think that's what it is, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't blame her. Honestly, I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Now you have to be a chef. No thanks. That's why I said he can go to the soup kitchen. He can go to the soup kitchen. Maybe you said something that triggered. We know what's happened. We never know what's happening behind the scenes. Could be. Could be. Cause like, yeah, like I'll leave I I'm pretty good about like leaving super chats for other people because it won't even let me yeah, that's why I said it. Who knows? We both agreed to call at 6 p.m. And then he was like, can we postpone? I have shit to do. I said, no, we'll call another day. Boy, bye. He was surprised and said, oh, I forgot. I agreed at 6. Girl, he would have been blocked. He would have been blocked. If you can't make time for a fucking phone call, you can't make time for anything else because he's not trying to make the time. He's trying to inconvenience somebody and make them chase after him. Mm-mm. Like, I'm sorry. Girl, I literally was gonna pay that woman in $100 super chat. It is Shira after all. She's put in 10 years. She's put in 10 years on here. She really deserves nothing less than $100. She really deserves nothing less than $100. So I definitely was gonna be spending, but Russell is over here spending thousands. He's over here spending thousands. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't blame her. Putting in 10 years worth of putting in 10 years worth of knowledge, putting in 10 years worth of knowledge, yeah. You should I feel as though you should be probably charging thousands of dollars to have somebody collaborate with you, honestly. Mhm. I think it's 100. I believe it's 100. So it started because my mom sent a plate over there to him and I cooked some of the food. We had a cookout. He's my neighbor. Oh, this is why context is important. This is why context is important. Child, hell no. A neighbor, no. She said James is finding jobs on LinkedIn. Please stop. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Yeah, and I never, like I said, I did it with no words, so I don't know, child. I don't know. But y'all are too funny. He is the Dusty's commented drizzle drizzle on his bone. Shira probably told him to pick up another shift. Y'all are hilarious. Imagine Russell in real life asks the woman he dates to go 50-50, yet dropping thousands on Shira. And that's exactly what's fucking happening. That's exactly what's fucking happening. The suit that he wears is probably rented. He probably is in a content creating high rise. It probably ain't even a high rise that he lives in or owns. Aw, thank you. By the way, I love your content. I love the stripper mentality. You are an intelligent woman who has wisdom and speaks facts that I had to experience the hard way in the past. Love from Spain. Thank you. Thank you. Girl, the car rented, the high rise rented, because y'all know they be having content. You know they got places where you can rent it out for content. People will get a nice place and they rent it out for people to create their content in there so they can live stream in there, so they can make their videos up in there. They just pay a few $100s and do what they got to do while they up in there to sell the aesthetic. So that way everyone out here thinking, that way everybody out here thinking, ooh, he got money. Yeah. You can literally get you literally can get a content creator space. Content creator space and do what you got to do over there. I mean, if he was willing to start off with Manosphere and then completely switch over and do a 180 for profit, he's willing to rent out a suit and rent out a high rise for content creation. Perspective on needing men in order to start a family. Girl, you don't need a man, you need sperm. You don't need a man, you need sperm. Go to the sperm bank. Go to the sperm bank and pick out the person that makes the most sense. Make sure you got your money together. Make sure you can outsource a nanny, a babysitter. Make sure you can outsource all that stuff, but you don't need a man. You need sperm. They don't even need to be a part of the process. And in most cases, they only want to be a part of the creation process anyway. They only want to be a part of the creation process anyway. They don't want to deal with it after you done created the baby and baked the baby and delivered the baby. They're like, I did my part. Deuces. The baby's in the crib. Deuces. I'm out of here. So you might as well just get the sperm and have the same outcome and not have to deal with all of that craziness. Shira 7, Tonya TKO, Pink Pill collab. Sometimes following Shira 7 advice in third world, extremely misogynistic countries is difficult. Have to pretend to be a good girl on the outside. Ooh, yeah. And that sounds dangerous too. Honestly, that's dangerous. I knew you'd be live and took a nap and tired to be up. I was hearing you in my sleep. I made sure I got me a meal in too and everything. I was like, no, I'm going to make sure I got energy for this live stream. But I have so much energy because I actually spent a good deal at the gym today because I'm going to go back cross training between working out at the gym and doing pole dancing because I'm realizing that when I'm not, the thing that's hard about pole dancing is that you have to remember to engage a lot of muscles. You have to remember to engage a lot of muscles and understand when to engage because the movements happen very quick. It's not like weightlifting. Like weightlifting, you can slow the movement down enough to like really actively think of like muscle mind connection. It's not like that when you're doing pole stuff. Like everything's very quick. So my brain doesn't like fire off really quick for me to like engage muscles that I'm supposed to be engaging. And then what happens is that like I'll pull a muscle. Like I'm having a lot of issues with my left hamstring. But the reason I'm having issues with my left hamstring is because my glutes are weak, especially my left glute. So Yeah, I had to go back to the gym today and like do some squats and some hip thrusts, and I did some back stuff, some shoulder stuff. She said, "Girl, you're right. If he could fake his real views, he could fake his student condo. We don't know if it's an apartment hotel he works at and he uses his break times to shoot videos." He's like, "Yes." He's like, she says she gonna be out for 2 hours. She gonna be out for 2 hours. That means I could live stream for 2 hours. I watch your poll vids and you make it. Thank you, Portia. I watch your poll vids and you make it look so effortlessly. I be feeling like I need a helmet to even try. Girl, it's only because I did gymnastics. And it's in my brain, it's kind of like the same thing. And in my head, I'm just always like, listen, if I don't nail this, I'm going to fall on my head. So I need to be conscious of what I'm doing. He said, I just forgot. That's just my routine. I'm not changing. Blocked. Well, at least he told you who he was. At least he told you who he was. That's my favorite type of man. Oh, this you? Blocked. Queen, what made you decide to decenter men? When I realized that every time I had a man around, my life would get worse. Oh, nice. Doechii in concert. Oh, that's going to be so good. That's going to be so good. I haven't seen it. But yeah, I just started realizing that like I would be in a relationship and my life would be going good before the relationship. I wouldn't have no problems before the relationship. And arguing, stressed, losing sleep, pit like having a pit in my stomach because we had an argument, having to be all distressed at work because we had an argument, breaking out, like ciao. And so that's when I realized I was like, oh no. I was like, I can't live like this. I can't live like this. And the thing about it is that these weren't even bad men. Like that's the thing. That's what people don't realize. I think for a lot of people believe that men have to have these terrible, like they just have to be these horrible people. Like these horrible, horrible people for you to have like a bad experience with them. And it's like that's the thing. They don't have to be these terrible people for you to go backwards in life while dealing with them. It doesn't take much. Really? Ooh, I'm gonna watch. But yeah, that's the thing. It wouldn't take much for me to realize like my it just I don't know. I don't know. Yes, he's not a good man. He's just an evil person. It's just like I don't know. She said, "I don't think she was 7 into blocking creators like that, but I guess, like I said before, I don't even if there was a block, it's definitely not a personal block. It's definitely not a personal block. She's a financial advisor and she's a businesswoman. Business wise, it would make sense why if some creator send a super chat and it's like in the same niche, it would make sense why it would make sense as to why she wouldn't want that to happen. Like, I get it. It's fine, y'all. I promise. A great man is the same as a terrible woman. Pretty much. Pretty much. If you did want a man, what's your type? That's a good question. I like men that have longer hair. Not long, not like Fabio long, but like I like men that have curly hair. Um, and like they grow it out a little tall. Um, I like men that are like the same complexion as me. This isn't sweat, by the way. It's actually my mango butter. It's just I put on too much and it went through my pajamas. Um, I like men that are the same complexion as me. So I don't care what race. I don't care what race they come in as long as they're the same complexion as me. Or I prefer for them to be the same complexion as me. They need to have some money. They need to have some money that they're giving me. That's important. And they need to let me boss them around. They need to be okay with me bossing them around. Not like a mullet, but kind of like a taper. Like a taper a little bit. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Not a mullet. Not a mullet. What's his name? What is his name? He was one of those family vloggers. He was one of those family vloggers. His ex-wife's name is Catherine. What the hell is the guy's name? Hair like that though. His hair, like that cut, whatever that cut is, that's what I like. Austin, that's what his name is. Austin, what's the last name? Not how he looks. Just, I think his name's Austin. I can't remember what his name is. It's gonna bother me. McBroom, Austin McBroom. Let me make sure that's actually, yes, I like that haircut, like how his haircut looks now. Not really how he looks, but yeah, the Ace family. Yep, the Ace family. I like that haircut. I do. I love that haircut. Love that haircut. See, I'm smiling from ear to ear because I love that haircut. So the thing about it is that I've dealt with dark-skinned men. The thing about it is that, the thing about dark-skinned men, I'm just like, a lot of those dark-skinned men, they just want to be with somebody the opposite of them that's like lighter than them, or they have a different hair texture because they see the woman as like a trophy type of thing. And so in my experience, after dating them long enough, I just realized it's just easier for me to date someone that is like the same complexion as me. Because, yeah, it's definitely a player haircut. It's definitely a player haircut. Okay. And the reason why I like that haircut so much is because, like, it's so funny because he doesn't even have social media. After we graduated high school, this guy, he never got on social media. And To this day, he's still the finest man. He was black and Filipino. So y'all know he was fine. Okay. He was black and Filipino. He had that haircut. And he kind of had that same like hair texture or whatever. He was so fine. And after we graduated, I never seen him on social media again. And it's so funny because one of my friends, I brought him up to one of my friends and she was like, yeah, you used to like really like him. And I said, he's never been on social media ever since we graduated high school. He's never been on social media. And she said, maybe he fat now. I have a thing for Blasians. Like there's this girl that I follow on TikTok. She's a lesbian. She's Blasian. She's so pretty. So I definitely think like Blasians, if I had to like really pick, so here's the thing. He had a private account for like a little bit. He had an account that he really wasn't using. And at some point he was like liking my pictures because I actually went on vacation with him. It was a group vacation. I went on a group vacation with him back when we were in high school. I think it might have been it was 2 years after high school, I want to say. He was a part of our group trip. And I so badly wanted to make it happen for me to sleep with him. And yeah, we never even got to really be around each other that often. we didn't get a chance to be with each other that often. So I just slept with other people. He's so fat, he got his own zip code. But that's what my friend said. I was like, whatever happened to him? And she was like, girl, he's not on social media anymore. She was like, he must be fat now. Let me type his name in. Let me do some investigating. Nope, that's not it. No, it ain't even really no people with his name. Okay. He was living in Los Angeles at one point. He was they still got him on the university website from when he went to college. They still got him on the university website. But now that I look at him, if I were like, he doesn't even look as attractive. Like back then I thought that he was attractive, but looking at his picture, looking at how he looked back then, I'm like, he's okay. But in person, he was fine. So he actually was born in California, and I did not know that. He's the oldest. And has 4 younger brothers. I'm finna look up his mama. I thought about if he was dead or not. And for like 2 seconds, I thought he was, because like there was an obituary that came up, but it's not his name. It's not his name. So now I'm about to type his name in again. And put California. Because it isn't like he has a common name. He doesn't have a common name at all. Aw, his picture came up again. It's actually his picture came up again, but he looks mean as hell in this picture. Ooh, he came up on the search records. I think it's not me stalking. Not me stalking this guy. We're talking about this. Y'all said he transitioned. What if he transitioned? I didn't see that. We over here like maybe he fat. What if he's dead? What if he transitioned? We're talking about, they asked me what my type was, and I told them the haircut that I prefer. I told him the haircut that I prefer on a guy. And I told him the reason why I preferred the haircut on this guy was because there was a guy that I had crushed on real hard in high school. Like, he probably, growing up, he was definitely like the man that I was attracted to the most. He was Blasian, black and Filipino. And I had told him that he never, after we graduated high school, he never got back on social media again. He never got back on, or at least he wasn't visible on social media. And so occasionally, me and this one friend that knew that I had the hots for him in high school, occasionally we'll bring him up. And when we brought him up last time, she was like, "Girl, what if he may not have social media because he fat now?" So I've been trying to look him up. Oh my God, D Centerman, y'all right now, no stalking. Chow. Nah, this is fun. I want to see if he had a glow down. I want to see if he had a glow down. Okay, what did they say his parents' name were again? Because it's got the parents' name. It's got the parents' name on the let's see. I don't think that was on there. Okay. Because I think he came up. I do. I think he came up. I cannot believe I'm being so nosy. But I'm curious. I really. Oh, yep, this is him. But they don't have anything updated for him. They don't have anything updated for him past what it even has on. Click here to search for background reports. What is it going to want? $1? I'm running a whole I'm running a whole background check. Jason Momoa is my type through and through. Jason Momoa looks a little crazy without a beard. I seen him without a beard and I was like, I want to do a bilateral salpingectomy at 22. Any advice? I don't want to get pregnant while doing the deed. I mean, if you don't ever want to get pregnant, then get your tubes removed. Doesn't sound bad to me. That's what my friend said. He's probably fat now. Because he was known to be so fine. Like, at the high school that he went to, he was fine. He was fine. So how it would, if it were me, if I had that level of beauty as a man and I had a glow down and my peak was in high school, if my peak was in high school, I wouldn't want nobody to see me on social media either. I don't know where he lives. They're like, "Can you tell us where he lives, child?" I don't know. Okay, this is him. This is definitely him. They're searching for social media profiles. Quinn looked good at the fashion show, but I hated the outfit they put her in. Why did they put her in that black? Why did they put two bikinis on her? To me, that just, I don't know. She looked great. I just wish they would have dressed her different. Not me doing not me doing a background check on somebody. Not me doing a background check on somebody that I haven't seen in over 10 years. How long? After the first time he cut me off, I lost it, but later on, I never let him get me like that. It was still frustrating. I don't even remember. Oh, high school sweetheart, but if I could go back, I would have left him alone. I had a fantasy he was different, but he was all the same. Yeah, that's why sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could have had a chance with this guy, but then again, I'm glad that I didn't, because also I heard that he was terrible to women. Like, he really was mean. How much money I gotta pay? I'm not paying $25 to know where this guy's social media is. Yeah, I'm not paying $25 because really I want to know his social media. They say that he has 4 social media accounts. Unfortunately, we have to pay for the information we provide. Free reports would put us out of business. I can see. She said, "I'm scared of men finding out I stalk them. I don't even try." Child, if a man found out that you stalked him, he gonna be like, "What did you find? Did you did you find out that you liked me?" Men are creepy already. Do you know how hard it is for you? Do you know how hard it is for you to stalk a man and for them to feel uncomfortable? They're gonna be like, "Did you stalk me enough to get to like me?" Do you know anyone that would follow his siblings or him on Facebook? Child, I don't know. I don't know. And the thing about it is that I don't talk to anybody. I don't talk to anybody that even went to that high school, cuz me and him, we didn't go to the same high school. He went to the same high school as my cousin. But like, I went to a predominantly white high school, and I wasn't, girl, the facial recognition site is free. What's the name of the facial? But here's the thing. He's not putting pictures of himself on social media. What's the facial recognition site? We're gonna see, but um I don't think he's putting his face on social media, but we'll try. Okay, so I went to a predominantly white high school, and I was never really attracted to white men. Okay. The only white men that I'm attracted to, ironically, is redheads. I know. I like a good fire crotch. I like redheads. And it ain't that many of them. It's not. It ain't that many of them. So I wanted to the high school that my cousin went to, those guys I went to elementary school with because I moved. So when, like, growing up, I went to a predominantly black school, and then we moved to like a white neighborhood. So all throughout middle school, all throughout high school, I was barely attracted to anybody that I went to high school with. And the black guys that I liked, they didn't like me. And the black guys that liked me, I didn't like them. So, all of the boys that I went to elementary school with, a decent amount of them, I thought they were all cute. And so they all went to school with my cousin. And so I would tag along with my cousin to like the parties, the basketball games. I can get a pic for the facial recognition site for Google Lens because it's a picture from 2014, but it'll do. Let me go back. Let me go back to the site. Here we go. Here we go. I don't think he finished college. Because he played a sport. He played a sport in college, but then again, maybe he transferred his last year. All right, let me get this screenshot of this boy's face. I want to make it smaller. All right, child. This is just gonna be what it is, then, I guess, huh? All right, so I'll take that. Ah. Y'all, I was right. He literally doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything of his face on this internet. He must be fat now. He must be fat now. He must be fat now. I feel like my friend is right. He must be fat now. He has to be. Or trans, like y'all said. Chow Shearer won't like it if we sock him in. Chow, I just wanted to see if he had a glow down. I just wanted to see if he had a glow down. That's really what it is. I just wanted to see if he had a glow down. Because he wasn't mean to me, but he did have a reputation for being mean. He did. And he had a reputation for being mean to women. That's why I'm like, you want to know what? If he was mean, as everyone said that he was mean, I would be pretty satisfied of him having a glow down. That's really what it's about. If he was mean like that to women that he was in a relationship with, he deserves to have a glow down. So that's why I got so invested. Because I never really looked. Because he definitely had an Instagram, because his Instagram was his It was the first and last initials. It was his first and last initials. He probably went to he probably moved back to LA and started eating good. Honestly, he probably went back to LA and started eating real good and just said, "You want to know what? Fuck it." Or he might be off the grid. Maybe. I'm legit scared of male actors glow down like the guy from Smallville. I know, and they talk about women hitting the wall. It's like men don't even understand. We got to watch them glow down too. We got to watch them glow down too. They keep in their brain, they still think that they got it forever. And it's like, no, you don't. I don't understand why. Hold on. I don't know why I'm getting ads on YouTube. Ciao. He may have passed. Maybe. Maybe. But honestly, spirit is telling me that he had a glow down. Honestly. Spirit is telling me that he had a glow down. Because I seen that other picture of him. I seen another picture of him. He looked angry as hell. He looked angry as hell. Any plans for Halloween? No. Nope. No plans for me. It's definitely not impossible, but the thing about it is that I kind of feel as though he would have kept into contact with somebody from high school where like we would have like someone probably would have known that he passed. But then again, if he went off grid and he just stopped talking to everyone, then I guess we would really never know. But usually an obituary is gonna come up. Like, usually an obituary is gonna come up, and I couldn't find one. I could yeah, I would have found the obituary because I looked up his parents too, because his parents are on the, his parents' name, they're on the university website. As a matter of fact, let me search up his parents on social media. Maybe they got some pictures with him. Mm. All I want is a picture. I just want to see if he had a glow down. That's really it. I just want to see if he had a glow down. That's it. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna search up the dad, and then if I can't find the dad, then I'm done. I just want a picture. I really just want to see if he had a glow down. I'm really dying to know. I'm really, really dying to know how he looks now. I never met his parents. I've never met or seen his parents before, but he majored in criminal justice. This is saying that this is the judge. Because I'm assuming the daddy is black and the mother is Filipino. He is broken balls. Was it overreacting to come back and cuss them out? She called the cops on me too. Oh, so I went out with a friend who is also a roommate, and the other friend roommate for a B-day dinner and then drinks out. I thought the night was fine until they left me on another side of town at 3 a.m. Was it overreacting to come back and cuss them out? She called the cops on me. Girl, I would have cussed them out and whooped their ass. She called the cops and lied, said I hit her. I should have known better than agreed to go out with them because they are truly mean girls, passive aggressive and bullies. No, you're not crazy. They left you on the other side of town. What if something happened to you? Hell no, you didn't overreact. They set you up. Let me put children. Nope. All right, so that's not him. Wait. Nope, that's somebody else. Dang. Nope, no luck. No luck. The whole family is off social media. It must be a part of their religion. He transitioned. I'm laughing at you. You're like the third person that said, "What if he transitioned?" Because ain't nobody on social media. The family's not on social media. I'm like, what the freak? Yeah, who knows at this point? Because the family not even on social media. What the freak are they hiding? I haven't gotten a key since October 5. I can't believe they set you up. Thank you, ladies. I came back the next day after the cops told me to just leave for the day and they changed the lock. So I had to call them again for them to tell her that's illegal and to let me in. Yeah, they definitely set you up. They definitely set you up. I would let them allow me to come in and get all my shit up out of there and I would leave cuz that's crazy. And if they and where whatever ad you found them on or however you found them as a roommate, if you can review them, I would leave a review. Did you really pull a tarot card on him? Oh my God. I'm about to I am so invested. I'm about to pull a card on him. Let me go grab my deck. Let me go grab my deck. I got I got the deck ready, child. All right, cards. Let me talk to you real quick. Let me talk to you real quick, cards. Setting my intention. Setting my intention in my brain, talking to the cards about what I want them to reveal to me and who we're talking about. Yeah, Seven of Swords is a good card pull. Honestly, he's being deceptive. He did major in criminal justice. He did major in criminal justice, so if he's working, he you want to know what I think now that we got even more confirmation? He probably got his degree with criminal justice. Shit, he probably worked for ICE. Shit, he was living in LA last time I was able to see. He probably okay, hold on. Okay, that's crazy. You pulled swords and I pulled swords. So I pulled Page of Swords in reverse. I pulled Page of Swords in reverse. Negative communication, sarcasm, gossip, overly defensive, mental confusion, lack of mental discipline, or difficulty processing information and making decisions. So we got good confirmation. Normally, I don't do this stuff on this channel, but that was good. That's crazy that we both pulled swords. And I feel like it makes sense. I feel like it's right. I feel like it's right. And because when I saw that one picture of how angry he looked, when I saw that picture of how angry he looked, I was like, oh yeah. Um, let me see if I could find his birthday somewhere. Mm, he's a Virgo. He's a Virgo. He's right on the cusp, too. He's right on the cusp, too. He's August 24th. I just feel like he's in prison. Okay, should we do the criminal background check? I didn't realize this was gonna be this much fun. Now that we pulled the tarot cards, and they were as good as they were, I'm like, "Dang." I'm searching now. Is no one ever a Taurus? Are we like a unique sign? That's how I feel about Capricorns. A Virgo would have a terrible time in prison. New to the channel, loving the content. You guys are hilarious. My type of vibe. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Not sure. Continue anyway. Does it have, I don't know his middle name. He would be 33 because his birthday would have just passed. This is fun. It's fine. It's fine, girl. I'm glad you made it. Reverse Page of Swords mean a big fall down in life. I know he had a glow down. I know he had a glow down. I know that without a doubt. I know he had a glow down. That is like for sure. I know he had a glow down. It's almost, oh my God, okay. I'm still waiting for it to search. What if he really is in prison? Oh my God. What if he really is in prison? Oh my God. And he was so mean and angry, it wouldn't be far fetched. Like, it wouldn't be far fetched at all, honestly. Because people really did say that he was mean in high school. And I didn't go to high school with him to like actually witness. We just would like go to, like, we would be at the same parties and stuff. Let me make sure I read the fine print. Okay. Otherwise, let me take a picture of this because they're not about to charge my card. I'm definitely gonna make sure I do this. Okay. Okay, let me make sure. Oh my God, all of this additional BS. Come on. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. All right, come on, come on. Ooh. Let's just use this instead. Continue. Let's see. Okay, I don't think that's him. Hold on. We're going to do August. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost there. No, I don't want that. I don't think, here we go. I don't think, I can't find anything. I can't find anything for it to say that, that there is a record. Let me clear. View. Okay, I think this might be him. Yep. Okay, it says that he's in Tennessee. And okay. Okay, I finally was able to click him to search. Queen, you must have 8th house places or something. He doesn't have a record. No digitized criminal or traffic records were found. He's got nada. He's got nada. Oh, but you want to know what? This doesn't match the birthday. This doesn't match the birthday that's on the university website. Yeah, okay. I don't think this is him. Let me take out that. Hold on, y'all. We're getting it together, I promise. Yep, they said, yeah. All right, so. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. I finally got it. I had to go back. I had to go back to the university website. Oh, yep, that's his picture. They got his picture. So his social media child, all he has, he had a Facebook that's not active. He got another Facebook account that's not active. He had a Foursquare, and then he had a MySpace. All right. Yeah. She said Tennessee corrections or just Tennessee. All right. The only thing, his record is fine. He just had he was speeding, and this was in 2015 and then in 2013. He barely had his license. We had barely graduated high school by then. So yeah, but this is him. It says that he's in Canada. Says that his location is in Canada. Yeah, it says that he's in Canada. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Maybe he's out here committing crimes in Canada. Because I don't think that they can. I don't think that they can get access to that. Can they? I don't think that they can get access because according to this was updated as of. Are they like hours ahead? I don't think I would. I don't think I would know if he was doing anything in another country. He gay. Didn't y'all say he was hiding out? Probably Canada. Wow, may or may not be married, like I said with that. A lot of men have secret accounts to stalk their favorite ex in their favorite corn stars. True. A Virgo would definitely flee the country before going to jail. But for what? Because the thing about it is that they would still have to have something like on his record. They would still have to have something on his record unless he was a suspect. You know, because obviously they can't make. I don't. Yeah, because that's not technically a charge. Maybe he was a suspect for something. Maybe he was a suspect for something and was like, "It's getting hot. It's getting hot. I gotta flee." I gotta flee. It's getting hot. Let me cancel this account now. I wasted no time. I wasted no time. How I cancel? I think he stole the money from family and ran to Canada. It might not be criminal, maybe something civil or reputation. Maybe something was looming. But if he was in Canada, can we access that in the US? I don't know. That's what I said earlier. I was like, if he committed a crime in Canada, I don't think I could. I don't think they have access to those records. I don't think they have access to those records if they did something outside of the country. Cause child, that's interesting. I know that much. That is very, very interesting. Damn, I wish I knew how he looked. I wish I knew how he looked. That's going to be, honestly, that's going to be my life's mission, is just to figure out how he looks. Because deep down, I've been dying to know. Deep down, I've been dying to know. I just wonder if, like, I just wonder if he still looks the same. I wonder who else I could search. I wonder who else I could search. Let me search somebody else. Let me search this Dusty I used to deal with. He came up. He came right up. He came right up. There are upstate neighbors. I just typed in Toronto court search and there's an option. Not as accessing the Canada court records. Yeah, I might as well use the website. Might as well. Why not? The Dusty did tell me that he got caught with the devil's lettuce. What? Was he lying? Now that's different. That would be different if a man is over here lying about him being harder than he really is. Cause this Dusty definitely told me, um, this Dusty definitely told me that he was involved with like the court, like with the, let me do search court cases. What's this for? That's crazy. He actually has nothing. There's actually nothing here. Yeah, I clicked on everything I could click. All right, who else can I search? Who else can I search? Um, Child, that's all I can think of right now. Thank y'all for dealing with my craziness late into the night. What do you think of girl child marriages in Africa? Child, these the men need to just be castrated, child. The men just need to be castrated. But y'all, I'm getting off of here. All right, my dusty duties are done. My dusty digging investigative duties are done. Thank y'all for putting up with that. But curiosity, I really did let curiosity get the best of me because I just had to know. I just had to know, and I searched and I was not able to find. So maybe next time, maybe he'll have a mugshot. Maybe he'll have a mugshot in 10 years. I don't know. But y'all, happy Friday. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I don't think I'm going to be on here over the weekend. Be safe, get some rest, have some fun, and don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.